Hello guys and welcome back to Mike's Basement and Star Citizen. So I'm just sitting here outside of Microtech in this green area here, this beautiful green area with lots of trees, plants and all that, and enjoying the view. I mean, seriously, look at this, look at the sky. I mean, wow, so beautiful. Oh yes, and also of course I brought my new ship, the Mercury Star Runner. Let's go take a look at it. I'm first going to get down from these stones here, these rocks. I mean, honestly, look at Microtech. I mean, I know most of it is snow, right? But look at this area here. It's green, it's flush, it's beautiful, and I mean, take a look at this. Leaves that moves in the wind. But this video is not about me wanting to tell you about Microtech. This video is about me wanting to tell you a little bit about this new ship here, the Mercury Star Runner. Crusader Mercury Star Runner. Now when I say new ship, that is not exactly true, because the Mercury Star Runner hasn't really been released yet. It is still in the PTU. You can't really get your hands on it unless you were part of the test, the latest test of the Intergalactic Aeronautic Expo. There, CIG allowed us to rent this ship here. Alright, so what is it about this ship? And to be frank, I get it. To a very high... Bye-bye, ship. Oh well. Alright, let's try that again. We are now at my second most favorite place here in Star Citizen, besides Microtech, and that is Daymar at Crusader. Now, as you can see, there are still some bugs that needs to be flushed out on the Mercury Star Runner. For example, if you pull up the missiles, if you close the missiles bay, basically turning off the weapons, You can hopefully see this doesn't look completely correct. While if we go over here, we can see that, well, it's a little better, but not perfect. By no means perfect. The sun is really hot today. So, this is how the Mercury Star Runner looks. If you ask me, I will say that this ship has a really beautiful and also quite special design. In my opinion, when you look at it like this, you can see the big antenna up there, but other than that, it looks more like for me, as something like a patrol boat or something like that, small patrol boat. One of the small patrol boats from Star Wars, for example, some of the Star Wars games. But other than that, I find it to be a very beautiful ship. Slick design, but yet still packs a heavy punch. It has 2 turrets, one on top, one bottom, and it has 2 guns in the front. And like I said, it has 6 missiles. This time it, when stuck, from stock, it's equipped with 2 size 3s and 4 size 2s. Alright, let's take a look at it from the back and talk a little about the interior. Hopefully you can understand when I'm walking around here why I find Daymar to be such a beautiful place, even though it reminds me a little bit of Tatooine, right? It's just completely desert all over the place and very hot. But let's go inside the Mercury Star Runner and take a look at the interior. In my opinion, the Mercury Star Runner, both when you look at it from the outside, but definitely when you look at the inside, it's one of the most complete it's one of the most complete ships in the game that we have. Alright. Now we are in the cargo room. Now it's not exactly an extremely big cargo room, but you can fit some cargo in here. Let's close up the hatch. CIG has also chosen to give us some new UI buttons that we're going to use inside the ship. So instead of sort of pressing on the doors or whatever it is themselves, we have these little panels here. So I'm going to press close, and then the rear hatch is going to close up like that. One other very sleek thing that they have given us in this Crusader here, which hopefully marks what they're going to do with all the other ships. Let me just show you. We have a light switch button. I find that to be so necessary, because some of the ships, when you go into them, for example the Constellation Andromeda and the Drake Cutlass Black, they're very dark inside, so the fact that you can turn on the lights and really see what is going on, that is really helpful. So in here we have the engineering section. Oh yes, one of the other things that they have done, let me just show you. So when you go up to the doors, they open automatically, but you can turn sensors off. And now the door will stay open. In my opinion, what they have done here is not alright. It's not only very, very brilliant, but it also hopefully opens up for some new possibilities. Let's say you turn off sensors. Now, one of the problems with pirates, for example, is that whenever they get into your ship, they have sort of free reign. They just need to get to the pilot seat. Well, let's say, for instance, that I have turned the sensors off and closed the door. It is my hoping that the pirates won't be able to use this panel here at all, meaning that they will only be able to get in and out of the ship if the door is on sensors. So let's just turn sensors on once again. Alright, so here we have the quantum drives and all kinds of different components, power, cooler. So apparently there are no coolers on this ship. This also hopefully opens up for the possibility that we need to do repairs ourselves. So we need to store things on board our ships and then change them out as needed. Alright, let's move on. Oh yeah, I forgot. No, it should be. There we go. Also here we have an elevator, and there's a problem with this panel here. We can't use it, so another bug. So what I've found to do is that you need to press the up button and then get aboard really fast. And again, we have the same thing here. If we turn sensors off, let's say a pirate got inside here. Then he will get to this door here and no further. Unless he had access to this door here, which you needed to be, well, the owner or something like that. Meaning that it would only be the owner or someone in a group with him, or in the upcoming possibility to grant access to certain part of the ships or to the ship. So that, for example, if I own this Mercury Star Runner here, I could grant access to some of my friends without us being in a group together, and they would still be able to spawn the ship and get into it and do all kinds of stuff, and also, like I said, be able to operate these doors. Like that. And again, in here, we have a light switch. So we can turn lights off. We can turn them on. Alright, so here we have a scanning section. Now obviously there isn't much you can do in here, because the scanning part, this is a data runner ship. The Mercury Star Runner is partly a find the power on, there we go. The Mercury Star Runner is partly it's partly a data runner ship, and it also partly a cargo hauler. So it has 114 SCUs of cargo, placing it somewhere between the Freelancer Max and the Constellation Andromeda in cargo size. Smaller than, for example, hopefully the Constellation Taurus should be around 200, I think, something like that. And of course the bigger ships, the Carrack and Drake Caterpillar and all that, they have much larger cargo room, but also larger ships. So this is a medium size data runner and cargo hauler. Alright, let's get out of this seat here. So there's not much to be done in here in the scanning section. One design that I find to be extremely intelligent. Some of the ships that you have turrets all over the place. So you have turrets in different sections of the ship, so you need to run around. In the Mercury Star Runner we have two turrets, one up and one down, and the seats are next to each other. So the crew needing to arm the turrets, they could very quickly get here. Let me just show you. Enter turret. Let's take a look at the turrets. Now we're up here. Let's find the power on. Power on. Switch fire mode. Gyro mode. I'm just getting my joystick instead. So. And just like with most turrets, we have pretty decent range. Up to 60 degrees, I think it is. Yeah. 60 degrees down to -10. And of course, we can look equally all the way around. Let's take a look at the other turret. Turn power on, gyro, fire mode. And we can go all the way around the ship. It's basically the same as the top turret. So you have complete, with these two turrets, you have a complete circular view around the ship in all directions. And you only need 2 people to man them, and they are next to each other. So I find that to be very, very brilliantly designed. Here we have all the server sections where they will store all the data that they collect. Like I said, the Mercury Star Runner is first and foremost a data runner. Alright, now we get out to the bridge/crew area. So to the right we have habitation, to the left we have recreation. Let's take a look at the habitation. One of the things that I actually like about the Mercury Star Runner is that there's no distinction between the captain and the crew. The Mercury Star Runner is a 3-crew ship, so you have 2 crewmates here, and you have the captain here. You have some loggers, where we can store stuff inside. There's not much we can do else in here, I think. No. The top lockers cannot be opened yet. But there was a little button here that I'm a little interested in. And what is that? Open what? Ah! Toilet and bath. Of course. And we can close it. So let's see. Can we do anything in here? No. And we can't. Oh yeah. We can get the toilet out. And we can sit. How nice. And look through the wall. So that's pretty neat. Let me see if I can open the door. There we go. Let's get off the toilet again. And close it. And close. So is there something here as well? No. There doesn't seem to be. Oh yeah, that is here. Let's open up and see what we have here. Ah, the same. So there are 2 toilets and two showers. That's good. That's pretty neat. So this is the crew area. It's pretty okay. I actually like it. It has sort of a cozy look to it. And a cup that we can't manipulate. Alright, let's go and take a look at the recreation area. In the recreation area we have a chessboard. And believe it or not, you can actually play chess. I'll just show you. Let me take this one. And let's see, if I'm not mistaken, you can go 2 forward. So like that. But you have a working chessboard here, which is, I think, brilliant. It's something that we have never seen in any of the ships in Star Citizen before. We have seen several different kind of recreational tables, anything like that, pool, you name it, different kind of games, but nothing that we could actually interact with. So here we can move the pieces around and actually play chess. Then we have a little kitchen here, nothing that we can really do with it. I'm still not satisfied that I cannot get my coffee. Coffee. I really love coffee, so it's not good that I cannot get my coffee. Oh. But other than that, there's really nothing we can do in here other than, well, sit down, chat, read, whatever. Not much else to be done. And again, just like before, when we're finished, we're not going to use that much power, so going to turn lights off. We still have some vague lights in here, meaning that you can see a little bit going on, but not like this. So turn lights off and go out. We have a weapons rack here, of course. Let me see if I can pull out a gun, stash it. There we go. I don't know if I have any other guns that I can stash. This sniper rifle here, the electronic sniper rifle. I haven't actually shot with it yet, so I can store that. Yeah. Now we have a gun and we have a sniper rifle. All right. Let's move on to the final part of the ship, or so it would seem, which is the bridge. In order to get to the bridge, we have this little cross-section area here. And again, you can turn lights on and off. And here we have the bridge. So we have 2 seats, which is interesting, because we only have 3 bunks but 2 turrets. So that means probably that you would have a co-pilot sitting here and the pilot sitting here. And then at some point, if there's need to use the turrets, the co-pilot would run back through the doors here, go to the server room, and then run back and sit on the turret. But let me show you something really nice. Let's say that we want to make it easy for anyone here to go from the pilot seat to, well, basically anywhere. Let me show you. I'm sitting in the co-pilot seat. And because we are getting attacked, the captain will yell, "We're under attack! Get to man the turrets as quickly as possible." So I will exit my seat. Run as fast as I can through the ship and down to the aft turret, for example. So as you can see, getting from co-pilot seat to turret is pretty fast. You don't need to spend that much time running around and doing stuff. Open doors and all that, and traversing ladders. And again, if you are, let's say for instance that you're taking a nap in your little bed compartment here, and then the captain will again yell over the comms, "We are under attack, man the turrets as quickly as possible." And we'll run, 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 run. And we're ready. So this is one of the designs of the Mercury Star Runner that I find to be very, very brilliant. I would say that the only design where you can get to the turrets faster than in this ship here, one of them that I know of, is the Constellation Andromeda, where you basically have the turret seats on the bridge. Alright, so while we are inside, I will also take you on a little trip with it, see how it flies. I would like to show you that you can actually use it to earn a good bit of money, but unfortunately the cargo system on the PTU is broken at the moment, so you can buy stuff and you can actually see it getting inside the cargo room here, but well, you can't sell it again. So I can't exactly show you how much you would gain, but well, I suppose that's a matter of the current prices anyway, so that wouldn't really do any difference. So this is the Mercury Star Runner, and I don't think there's anything I need to show you. Oh wait, there is. Because just like with many other things, with this ship here, there's more than meets the eye. So let me show you. Let's go into engineering. I can't really see anything here, right? But what is this? Door access panel. Well, we can't press it or anything, but it does look suspiciously like something that you'll be able to open. So you open this hatch here, then you say open, and now you have access to a little crawl space. Where you can reach doors everywhere almost. Let's move on. And it's sort of almost like a little maze here, because it's really hard to find your way around. You can easily get lost in here. You have another one here. I wonder where that is. Oh, the recreation area. I have seen this before. I didn't know about the gate to the scanning room. Let's see what we actually have access to in here. So I think that's the last part of it. So maybe that's the 2 access points we have. This was the scanning. No, server area. Oh. So there's also an access point there. I honestly didn't know. But the main point I wanted to show you all of this is that this little access, this was one, habitation. Oh, there's also one in the habitation area over here. Ah. Now we are at the secret compartment at the Mercury Star Runner. So this is a secret storage compartment, cargo compartment. Right now we don't have differentiated cargo access points, meaning that when you stow cargo in your ship, you stow it just as it was one location spread over several. The idea would be that since this is probably a shielded area, a secret shielded compartment, you should be able to stow some cargo in here, especially choose to put it in here. So for example, if you have some very valuable data, you can stow it in here if it is in boxes, and then you can have your ordinary cargo out here. But that's the main idea. We have these different panels around where we have different access points, but this also gives several other opportunities. Let me just show you, because I know one of the access points. So this is the server room. Let's see if we can figure out how to open that. Pretty sure it was somewhere around here. So we need to find somewhere where there is some kind of terminal opening or anything like that. Let's try the scanning area instead. The scanning area, it was down here somewhere. There should be some panel that we can open somewhere. Oh well, let me show you the part where I do know how to gain access. So let's say, for instance, that you were being chased by pirates, and the pirates took out your ship and wanted to board you, and secretly you had added tons of people to your ship, at your ship. So let's say you have a complete platoon of soldiers, let's say something like 10 to 20 soldiers in your Mercury Star Runner or something like that. Then when the pirates would attack, if you had your people around, they would sort of be killed instead. So what you could do is that you could say, come on people, let me just show you something. So we're going to take the queen, going to place her. Alright, so maybe it was the king that I moved before. Let me just try this one here instead. Yeah. So you place the queen there and you jump down, close the hatch, and now all of the soldiers can be hiding down here while the pirates is boarding the ship. And before the pirates find out where you are, I don't have any weapons on me right now, but let's just imagine that I had. You could move around, get out, open the door, and then attack the pirates from behind. So there is a host of secret compartments, or secret access points that you can use inside the ship. And obviously when you have your cargo in here, the idea is that when you have closed the hatch and no one is watching, you'll open this and you'll open this, and then you'll use this to move the cargo, all the cargo that you don't want to be found, from the main cargo area into this cargo area here. And then when you have done that, close it up and close that panel down. Alright. This is basically all I wanted to show you about the Mercury Star Runner. And just show you how it is to fly, because it is actually a pretty decent ship to fly, even in atmosphere. So let's try it out. Now, like I said, there are some bugs related to the ship. For example, the headlights, they don't work yet. And there is the problem with the missiles and all that. But other than that, it is a really decent ship.
Weapons on.
Alright, let's take a close fly over the surface. And I've turned on the engines.
Engines on.
Alright, ready?
Landing complete.
Let's go. Full speed. Let's see how fast this thing can go. As you can see, when I turn on the light, you can't really see anything. And you can see here how the forward guns are working. Let's try to fly towards the sun. Stanton. As you can see, even in atmosphere at above SCM. So SCM is the speed that you can fly, for which you have the best possible maneuverability. Let's get down and honk the ground without crashing, of course. Look at that.
Alert. Front crash close.
Yeah, but not that close. Getting out of the atmosphere in a moon like this at Daymar is pretty fast. I will say, even though how maneuverable it is on ground, you do need to use the up and down throttle in order to fly it. And as you can see, the direction will shift when you fly this fast in the atmosphere. But compared to other ships, it is pretty decent. Alright, let's try to get out of the atmosphere instead.
Engines too hot.
I love this voice that they have given the ship. Especially when she talks about the landing gear, she doesn't say landing gear up. She says landing gear up. Let me try to, so you can hear it.
Landing gear down.
Landing gear down. Let's listen.
Landing gear up.
Ah, well, not this time. Last time I heard it, she said landing gear up. All right, now we're in space. Not quite clear of the atmosphere yet, but getting there. So let's see how it handles in space. Still, it handles quite decent. But as you can see, it does struggle a little bit having this is the directional vector that you're seeing there. You can use the afterburner. Let's try to get it to SCM speed instead and see how it handles there. Going to use this instead. There we go. Alright, so now we're at SCM speed. This is the best. And now you can see the directional vector is much better at following. But of course, this isn't exactly a fighter, so but it handles pretty decently.
Hydrogen fuel, 75%.
One problem though, and that is another bug. It burns fuel like crazy. We have just flown around a little bit, exited atmosphere in a relatively small and light ship, and we have already down to 75% hydrogen fuel. That is way too much it uses. That is definitely a bug. Alright, I'll say the last thing we'll do is to fly to Port Olisar, land, and then I will say I'll say goodbye. From stock, the Mercury Star Runner is equipped with a Bolon quantum drive,
Engage.
which is
Quantum travel complete.
excruciatingly slow. But there we go. But other than that, the stock components, especially the guns, seems to be pretty decent. Are we having a 30k now? Perhaps. I think. Because I can't do anything. Oh well. If that is the case, then the video will end not with us going to Port Olisar. And it did. 30k. Well, I will see you in the next one. Just as always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to know whenever I make a new video, then subscribe to my channel and hit that little bell button, and then you'll get notified whenever I am up to something new. I hope that you have enjoyed this. I hope that you have enjoyed this very tiny little sneak peek of how the Mercury Star Runner works. Obviously, it's not in the game officially yet. You could rent it in the PTU when they test it. I will probably not get this video out in time for me to tell you when you can rent it, but you will be able to rent it in the upcoming Intergalactic Aeronautics exposition. That is between the 20th of this month and to the 2nd of December, if I'm not mistaken. So it's a pretty decent amount of time where you have the opportunity. You have one whole day where you can visit the Crusader Expo, the hall, and rent the Mercury Star Runner if you would like to do that. If you are a subscriber and you are subscribing with the big package, can't remember the name, you will also have the Mercury Star Runner as a new ship the first week after it has officially launched. So obviously, since this is a test version of the Mercury Star Runner and there's still a lot of bugs to be fixed, it's not perfect yet, but in my opinion, it's a pretty decent small ship. Alright, I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.